getting close, taking steps, work in progress. What is it going to take? And this relates directly to our discussion of dreams. You have a dream of freedom, but it's a dream. It's not here. What is it going to take? And it's not about anybody else or anything else. Linda, you're right on it. It's on the tip of your tongue. What's it going to take? Clarity, Linda. Clarity. Clarity, Shambra. Clarity. You see, it's so easy to get distracted. It's so easy to get into stories and issues. Just clarity. Clarity is also an attitude. It really is. Just like mastery, just like enlightenment and ascension. Clarity. Clear about your dreams. Clear about your choices. Clear about the I am. We see it all the time. We see it here. We see it in workshops that we do. The distraction. Going off, chasing rabbits, chasing entities, chasing, well, they told me. They did not tell you. And if they did, don't come back here. That simple. Tough, but simple. We're not going to get into all that. This is about clarity, about the clear, crystalline I am. That is the dream. But that's also coming in. My dear friends, this physical body of yours is preparing itself to accept the true crystalline nature of yourself. Your soul, your I amness. It's the dream. It's a lot of other dreams, a lot of other things you'd like to do, but the true dream or the true desire of the soul was about present embodiment. Present embodiment. Not being in 2 places or 1,000 places or 10,000 at one time, but being back together. Clarity, right here. Embodying this crystal. And when I say crystal, I'm not talking about the kinds that, the stones. I'm talking about, crystal means clear. Clarity, pure. So this crystalline nature of what you would call the soul is preparing to come in, the dream. The frightening dream, because you've been pursuing it. You've been a work in progress, as Marianne would say, for so many lifetimes. Been studying it. You've been in the churches, creating the churches. You've been in mystical societies, secret organizations, everything else. But in a way, those were steps along the way, maybe even necessary steps or steps of experience. It's time we stop taking the steps. This body of yours, Linda and Roy and Edith and all of you, this body is getting ready to accept that I am. It is a true crystalline structure that has not been in the physical before, but it's coming in. It needs clarity. It needs the attitude. It needs the dream. And this dream is the grandest of all dreams. It's the dream of the soul. Being together and present within this physical experience, being human and divine simultaneously, no longer separate. Being in and of this reality with all of itself. This desire of the soul, if you take a moment to feel it, the soul into itself now. The soul into itself. The soul created this aspect that would go into human experiences before all of it came in. And it gave this human aspect, who has had many, many lifetimes, a large degree of freedom and free will. But there are times when the soul has superseded or overruled some of the things of the human. It's given the human a very, 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 very long line. This human is the soul, but the soul in its brilliance didn't send all of itself within itself right away. The soul said, to know myself and to love myself, I'm going to dive completely into me. And in that moment, this aspect that will go into this fragment of the soul, that will go into the human experience, went forth, paving the way, blazing the trail, or adjusting the frequencies so that ultimately the entire I amness could be present within itself. This body that you have, this mind that you work with, this is the lifetime, the vessel, the vehicle for which the soul will come in. But it will not force its way in. It cannot force its way into itself. It will wait patiently until this part of itself that is human is ready, has clarity, has the attitude, and is willing to receive into the physical body. You are the soul, but you are, in a way, also just a shadow of the soul. The soul right now is saying, Paul, I'm right here. I am you, you are me. Really is no separation. But I was so wonderfully clever that I created you, Paul, to go first before all of Paul came in. I said, but Paul, I love you because I love me, so I'll wait until you are ready. Even if it appears that you get lost, which I know you won't, I'm going to wait until you're ready, Paul, because, Paul, when you say you're ready, then I'll know I'm ready. We don't have room for distraction, for they or for the others. We don't have room or patience anymore for steps. Don't have time for distraction. It's now, right here, period. Soul, ready to come in.
I'm ready.
And wants to come into that body, into this being, into this experience. So I asked the question, dear human, of Paul, what does it take? What does it take? And that's why we're talking about dreams. This is the dream of the soul and also of the human. What does it take? I said, get rid of all the rest of your dreams. They were frivolous, they were distractions, they were wasting energy, wasting my time. Get rid of them, release them. Just the real dreams. The dream of the soul and the human. The Paul dream. Or the Joanne dream. Or Terry, or whoever you happen to be. It's an amazing dynamic that's happening right now. And dear Linda, that soul wants to come into this body. And you have to be clear about you. No more stories. No room in this royal court for stories. Just experiences. Just realities. That's it. Let's take a deep breath. Deep breath. What just happened?